Have you ever been sitting quietly, maybe watching TV, reading a book, or even trying to fall asleep, and suddenly your legs start acting up? Not pain exactly, but a strange crawling or tingling feeling that just won't let you relax. Almost like your legs have a mind of their own. You feel this irresistible urge to move them, stretch them, walk around the house. And the more you try to ignore it, the worse it gets. Sound familiar? If you're over 60, chances are this has happened to you more than once. You're not imagining it. That crawling, twitchy feeling is real, and it's more common than people realize, especially as we age. It's not just annoying. It can mess with your sleep, your comfort, and even your peace of mind. But here's the good news. There are simple ways to calm it down. And you don't need pills or complicated routines. Just a few gentle exercises, done daily, can help your legs settle so you can finally feel at ease. In this video, we're going to walk through 4 easy movements that can offer instant relief from that crawling sensation. You don't have to be an athlete, and you certainly don't need to push yourself to the limit. These are low-impact, joint-friendly movements that work with your body, not against it. And the best part, they don't just help your legs. They support your circulation, ease muscle tension, and even help with sleep. Let's start with the first one. And this is something you can do sitting down. Imagine you're sitting in your favorite chair, maybe with a cup of tea nearby. You straighten one leg out in front of you just a few inches off the floor. Hold it there for a few seconds, then slowly lower it down. Then switch to the other leg. That's it. It might sound too simple, but don't underestimate it. This gentle leg raise activates your thigh muscles and helps blood flow down your legs, which is key when you've been sitting for a while. You can even flex your foot toward your body as you lift, adding a little stretch to your calves and ankles. It's a small move with a big payoff. Try it for a minute or two whenever your legs start to feel jittery. It's a great way to keep things moving without even leaving your chair. Now let's build on that. If you're able to stand, even for just a few moments, you can try a movement that I like to call the ankle rock. Stand behind a chair or next to a counter for support. Slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet. Hold for a moment, then lower back down onto your heels. Repeat it a few times, nice and slow. This isn't just a balance exercise. It's a circulation booster. It gently wakes up your calf muscles, which are like little pumps that help push blood back up toward your heart. And when your blood is flowing well, your legs are less likely to feel twitchy or restless. Plus, this simple rocking motion helps release tension in your lower legs and feet, especially if you've been sitting for a while or your shoes have been pressing into your ankles. I know not every day feels like a movement day. Some days your joints ache or you just feel tired. And that's okay. But I want to remind you, movement doesn't have to mean a full workout. It can be as simple as circling your ankles while you sit, or stretching your legs out while lying in bed. The key is consistency and kindness to your body. Every little bit adds up. And here's something I don't want you to overlook. Hydration. You might not think of drinking water as an exercise, but staying hydrated supports healthy muscles and nerves. Sometimes that crawling sensation is your body's way of saying, I need a little more care. When we're dehydrated, our muscles get stiff, our nerves misfire, and we can end up feeling far more restless than we need to. So even while you're doing these simple exercises, keep some water nearby. It makes a bigger difference than most people realize. Let's circle back to the idea of control because that's what this is really about. When your body starts to feel unpredictable, like it's doing things you can't quite explain or stop, it's easy to feel frustrated, or even helpless. But the truth is, you have more power than you think. These gentle exercises are more than just motions. They're little reminders that your body still listens to you, that you can soothe it, care for it, and find peace in it again. Now that we've talked about a couple of seated and standing movements that get the blood flowing and calm the nerves, let's explore how we can stretch and release deeper tension in the legs. One of the best ways to calm that jittery, crawling sensation in your legs is by gently stretching the muscles that often hold tension. And that brings us to a movement that works wonders, especially in the evening. It's simple but deeply effective, and that's the seated hamstring stretch. All you need is a sturdy chair and a little space in front of you. Sit up straight, scoot toward the front of the seat, and extend one leg straight out with your heel on the floor and your toes pointing toward the ceiling. Keep your back straight and slowly lean forward at the hips, not your neck or shoulders, just enough to feel a gentle stretch behind your thigh. Hold it for a few breaths, then switch to the other leg. This kind of stretch helps lengthen the hamstrings, which are often tight from sitting too much. And when they're tight, they can tug on the rest of your muscles and nerves, leading to that unpleasant restless feeling. This stretch doesn't just ease your legs, it helps your lower back and hips feel more relaxed too. Another one that people tend to overlook is what I like to call the legs up rest. And it's exactly what it sounds like. If you're able to safely lie down on a bed or couch, simply lie back and raise your legs so they're resting on a stack of pillows or even up against a wall if that's comfortable for you. The idea is to elevate your feet above your heart, just slightly. This encourages blood that's been pooling in your lower legs to circulate back up through the body. It relieves pressure, reduces swelling, and quiets that crawling sensation almost immediately. You can stay in that position for 10 to 15 minutes while listening to music or just closing your eyes. It's not strenuous at all, but the relief it brings can feel incredible. Sometimes doing less really does give you more. You see, the tricky part about restless legs is that it's not always about the muscles themselves. It's often about what's going on around the muscles, the nerves, the blood flow, and the little stress signals your body is picking up without you realizing. So when you take time to slow down, stretch, and let your body shift gears, you're sending a message back to your system. You're safe. You can relax now. And while we're on the topic of relaxation, let's talk about something that often gets brushed aside: your breath. Have you ever noticed how shallow your breathing becomes when you're irritated, tense, or even just tired? It's a subtle thing, but it adds up. Shallow breathing can make your whole body feel more wired. When you take long, slow breaths, especially when paired with gentle movement, it creates a calming ripple effect. Your heart rate slows, your muscles soften, and your nervous system settles down. Even just sitting with your legs stretched out and focusing on your breath for a few minutes can dial down that urge to move. Now, don't worry if these exercises don't instantly make the feeling vanish forever. That's not how the body works. It's about giving yourself daily tools, easy, gentle ones, that train your legs to respond differently, that remind your body it can settle, that show your nervous system a new, calmer rhythm. You don't need to be perfect. Some days you'll do all the movements, other days maybe just one. But the real progress comes from sticking with it. From showing up for your body with patience, compassion, and a little consistency. And the beautiful thing is, these exercises don't require any fancy equipment or trips to the gym. You can do them in your living room, your kitchen, even in bed. And over time, they can become a soothing part of your daily routine, like brushing your teeth or making your morning coffee. There's something empowering about knowing you have options. That you don't have to suffer through the night or sit through discomfort in silence. That you can pause, breathe, stretch, and actually feel relief with just a few minutes of movement. So now that we've looked at how stretching and elevation can calm your legs and settle your nerves, let's finish with a final exercise that ties everything together. Something that works both your mind and body in harmony. Something that works both your mind and body in harmony. This last movement might surprise you, because it's more of a rhythm than a stretch. It's called ankle circles, and while it sounds almost too simple to matter, don't underestimate it, especially if you find yourself tossing and turning at night. Just sit back in a chair, or lie down with your legs comfortably extended. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and begin slowly rotating your ankle in gentle circles. About 10 in one direction, then 10 the other way. Then switch feet. That's it. This motion gets your blood flowing, activates the tiny muscles and tendons in your feet and lower legs, and gently stimulates the nerves, all without overexerting them. And because it's so rhythmic, your brain starts to follow the pace. It's like a mini meditation for your legs. What makes ankle circles so helpful is how they tap into your body's natural calming systems. You're moving just enough to relieve that urge to twitch, without creating more tension. And over time, this kind of slow, mindful movement can actually retrain your nervous system to expect calm instead of chaos. Now, I know some people might be thinking, can something so small really make a difference? And I get it. We live in a world that teaches us that bigger, harder, faster is better. But when it comes to calming your legs and your entire nervous system, the opposite is often true. Stillness, softness, and slow, steady movements can work wonders. I've heard from so many folks, some in their 60s, others well into their 80s, who've shared stories of finally getting a good night's sleep again, or sitting through a movie without needing to constantly shift their legs. Not because they took a magic pill, but because they made space in their day for gentle, intentional movement. Just a few minutes at a time. Just enough to invite the body back into balance. And here's something I hope you'll really take to heart. This isn't about being perfect. There's no gold medal for doing these exercises exactly right. It's not a competition. It's about listening to your body, offering it a little kindness, and giving yourself permission to feel better. Every stretch, every breath, every ankle circle is a step toward more comfort, more control, and more ease in your own body. Restless legs don't have to control your life. You are not stuck with that uncomfortable, crawling feeling forever. There are options, and you have the power to choose them, even if it's just one gentle movement at a time. So whether you try one of these exercises tonight before bed, or tomorrow morning when you wake up, just know this: it's never too late to feel better in your body. You've made it this far, and your body has carried you through so much. A little care goes a long way. And you absolutely deserve that peace and relief. If you've tried any of these movements before, or if you have your own tricks that help calm your legs, I'd love to hear about them. Sharing your experience might just help someone else feel a little less alone, and a lot more hopeful. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It really helps more people see it. And if you're not already part of our community, I'd love to have you subscribe. Every week we talk about ways to feel better, live stronger, and age with grace, power, and joy. Remember, it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about taking small, meaningful steps that make you feel more in control of your health and happiness. So here's to you, and to feeling better in your body, one calming breath and stretch at a time. You've got this.